It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. I have a little time before my clients get here, so I give y'all a little story time on how I got indicted by the feds fucking with my ex. Take y'all back to 2019. I am in California working on a fucking federal contract, a government contract actually, traveling, doing cybersecurity. I get this phone call. I answer. This guy's on the other end like, hey, Mrs. Carmen, are you in the city? We're going to need you to come down here and talk to us. We have your name listed. You've been indicted for such and such and such. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Why are you playing on my phone? Indicted? Like, get the fuck. Dude is like, oh, this is Carmen such and such. Spits out my entire name, born, date of birth. And then he spits out my social. He like, I got your attention now? Hell yeah, you do. You most definitely do. He gets to saying, you've been indicted for money laundering, drug trafficking, this list of charges. And I'm like, for the fuck what? Like, what the fuck is you saying? He goes, you have 3 days to get back to the city before we put a warrant out for your arrest and we're going to come get you. So I hang my phone up. I call my sister like, yo, the U.S. Marshals just called me. Bitch said I got a drug case out. So we all like, what the fuck? Do we need to come get you? Like, can you get on the flight? Anywho, I end up getting on the flight, going to see what they're talking about. I had to actually turn myself in, and I'll state they have a signature button, so I had to turn myself in. Charges come from 2 years ago, two years before that, 2 years prior. I was in the city, and I was only in the city because my boyfriend at the time had got shot. I was working overseas on a cyber contract, and I came home on a Blue Cross message because he got shot or whatever. During the time, my ex called, and he like, hey, can you have such and such, go send some money for me? And I'm like, cool. I never was thinking there was anything nefarious because it was just too low of an amount. So I called her, and I'm like, yo, can you go send some money for him? And she like, yeah, I'll do it. I went, got the money, but I wouldn't stick around or whatever because, like I said, I had a new man at the time, and it was just too much going on. And I took her the money, and she didn't send it in a timely manner before I'm getting ready to leave the city. And I didn't want her to do anything with his money because I'm already knowing where it's finna go. So I went and got the money from her, and I go and I send the money myself. So I send the money myself. I call him when I'm heading out the city, and I'm like, hey, she was taking too long, so I went and sent the money myself. He bugged. Like, hell no, go get the money back. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Me, at the time, my mind too occupied, so I'm not paying attention to anything. I'm like, nigga, get off my phone. I don't have time to play these games with you. You know what I got going on. Blah, 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 blah. That fucking moment got me a fucking federal indictment. Sending $1,400 fucking dollars. Oh no, and get this. While I'm at the hospital, MoneyGram is blowing up my phone. They're trying to get me to verify the person I'm sending the money to. However, they said I didn't have enough knowledge to send the money to this person. And I'm like, okay, cool. A couple of days later, I go pick up the money. So the wire never went through. It was never a completed transaction. The feds know this. It's in the paperwork. It's seen. Still indicted. Still sat there 2 years on a whole federal fucking case. Watching these, they start telling on each other. It's literally 13 fucking people on this fucking indictment. It's a huge ass indictment. This nigga got all the hoes that he was fucking with on the indictment. Every bitch he probably fucked during that time period is on his fucking indictment. They start telling. It's a snitch fest. Oh my God. I found out who the judge played motherfucking golf with. I dropped 10K on that hoe real quick. Got me a lawyer. Like, yo, get me off of here. Get me off of here. This is a rat fest. What the fuck is going on? I don't got nothing to do with this shit. The shit was bananas, actually. Changed my whole entire life. Alright, at this point, I came back from California, at home. I found out about the charges. Now I got an attorney. But the case only occurred because he actually got caught going to do a pickup. So he was on his way to the post office to pick up whatever y'all call flocker or whatever. So back then, they just weren't playing about that shit. So they had the feds all over his ass at the drop. If he would have been smart enough and just let dude go by himself, all of us could have avoided Fed charges. But no, he just had to be on site. On site, got his ass scooped the fuck up. So I had to turn myself in. I get out on the signature blunt. It's quick and easy. I wasn't even there maybe 2, 3, 4 hours, however long it took. It was in and out. Okay, so then we get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, we go fast forward a couple of months. This when things start to pick up. Got a lawyer on the case. We got the motion of discovery. It's literally 13 fucking defendants. So the motion of discovery is huge. Everybody in there with statements. Everybody got a statement about this, got a statement about that. Because how the feds played them, they were able to tell people that different people were snitching because they had the phones. They had like maybe 4 or 5 phones that they were able to get into. So they was able to play people against each other just by reading the conversations that was already in the phones. So I got a lawyer. She ends up taking me to actually go speak with the investigators. This bitch is taking me for a proffer session as if I got information to give too. I'm like, the fuck? So anyways, we get there. They're asking me all these questions. And I'm like, oh no, we don't play this game. I'm looking at her crazy like, listen, I don't have anything to add to this. I was literally overseas in Kuwait working. Y'all have my flight records. I'm not having anything to do with anything that this man got going on. For one, when he started selling drugs, he was just the dumbest drug dealer I ever saw in my life, right? As soon as he started selling drugs, as soon as he started getting a little money, it's flashiness everywhere. He got these big old ass chains. He got the designer. He got all the latest. His cars are going crazy bananas. You never moved like this before. Now you got some money and you moving all weird. So of course I got out the way. You too loud. You too loud. In his motion of discovery, they have his Facebook post, his social media post, his Snapchat post. All this is literally what put the feds on his ass. I'm literally screaming at him. You got to calm down. You got to tone down. You ain't got no paper trail for this shit. He ended up getting a huge ass Fed case. Every bitch that ever signed for a package for that nigga was on that fucking case. He didn't make sure his shit was in a row because all them hoes told whatever they knew. All them hoes told any and everything that was within their scope of knowledge. They told it. They told it. He sat his ass in prison because he had a whole operation full of rats. Me? Because I never gave a statement? Because I never gave a statement whatsoever. None of their statements were liable in my case at all. None of their statements could be used. I got pretrial diversion. So I did 6 months of probation, which, oh my God, I did piss dirty one time doing that. But shit, my probation officer had my back. Like, shit, they ain't violating me. So I did 6 months probation, and then my portion got thrown out after 6 months. All they asked, they got different charges. Now, I will say this. His baby mama, she only got 6 months probation, too. And she didn't even pay an attorney. So, that's a tidbit to take from me. Y'all ain't got to pay no Fed attorney. Like, the attorneys that they point to you on a Fed case, they have so many rules and guidelines that they have to follow. I could have saved $10K because her whole free-ass lawyer got her the same deal that I got. And it ain't no static between us. Love his baby mama to death. Love her to this day. She just had a beautiful baby, not his. But anyways, that's how the fucking cookie crumbled. So I didn't start the series to make y'all think that my life was just unaffected by that federal indictment. Not at all. When I tell y'all I lost big, I lost big. It actually sparked my spiritual awakening. how crazy shit got. Like, yeah, I came out the other side a whole different person. Well, first off, where we were on, I told you all I was on a federal contract, a traveling contract in California. So of course I got off the traveling contract and I came home and I actually accepted my first 6-figure deal stateside, and it sent me to Miami. So I'm working in Miami. I'm actually living in the apartments that are now across from Trump Towers. So I'm working there. I'm making 6 figures. So it's literally like 8 to 9K a month. My rent is $1,800. My clearance gets suspended. Well, my clearance got suspended because I reported the pending charges to my FSO, as I should. My clearance was still active as long as I didn't self-report. As soon as I self-reported, he was a junior FSO and he pulled my clearance. So I lost my job. I was back home in 2 months. I didn't even move myself back home. Dude I was talking to ended up, show me the money or whatever so I could get back home. Like, it was crazy. It was treacherous. I had just spent $10K on a lawyer. Then I had to relocate. Then I had to relocate again. And on top of that, the person who was quote unquote my best friend at the time, like, that was a whole fiasco. She turned on me. The girl that she was dating hated my guts. So she had all my business all over Twitter, like putting extra beef on top of it. And it was kind of explosive because where we're from, I'm really private. I don't really talk about a lot of my business. So it was like, oh, the topic. And her being my best friend, her girlfriend had all type of details. It's time for me to come home when I did the signature bond. But my sister had to go to work. So she sent her to pick me up. She picks me up with the girlfriend in the car, like with this little smirk on her face as I'm walking to the car. She hates my guts, and she's there to come get me from one of the lowest days of my life, leaving out of the federal lockup. But okay. I would receive all type of downloads, and at the time I wasn't familiar with downloads. Whenever I would be around her, it would be like, get from around her, she doesn't belong around you. Like, I thought I was going crazy. I could not even get comfortable around my best friend. And this is how my spiritual gifts started to manifest around me. The guy that I was dating at the time, I told y'all he had gotten shot. It was all type of shit going on with him. Like, the mix had got crazy. The part I left out is like when my boyfriend got shot. I actually had a dream before he got shot. So I'm seeing all these things in my face. So I'm dealing with these new things, these new occurrences happening, along with my best friend fucking betraying the fuck out of me. A job loss because now I gotta pivot. I'm making 6 figures. Now I'm going back home. I'm not going back home to my man because we didn't fell all the way out. Like, shit was just nasty. It was bananas. And can't nobody ever in life tell me that I'm walking this earth by myself. Because God walked through everything with me. Baby. I'm a living example of God never said that the weapons wouldn't form. What he said was they wouldn't prosper. Instead, I walk with you when those weapons do form. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Because baby, I had angels all around me. I was covered. Most people went on to survive what I walked through. That's the message I want to deliver to you. Don't ever think that your lowest is your last. Your lowest is only a chance to create something better. Because that's what I'm doing.
God damn, boy, better. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. All that spending, gonna get you caught up every time. I seen it happen with my own 2 eyes, and it's crazy that she said this because I remember. Man, I think I could tell this because one of the dudes snitched, and I don't know where he's at, but I know he got 25 years, but fed. But he told on everybody. So, damn, I don't want to make this a long story, but I was going. I met this guy through my friend. My friend was messing with the guy, like they was doing business together, and I was going over there hanging with them. I'm talking about we going to the casino, blowing big money. I ain't got money like that, so they'll give me a few hundred to spend. I make the money, and then I give them their money. And then they be like, roll $25. I'm like, man, roll 25. Hell no. Nah. I'm over here 50 cent this thing to death. But I ended up, I still end up always making money when I went with her. So it was like kind of cool that they'll put money in my pocket without putting money in my pocket. So then we just hanging, all this stuff. And, I see it's getting hot. Dude got Chevelle in his car in his garage cleaning them up. Everything we doing is just out there in the open. And this is at the beginning days of Facebook. And they posted on Facebook, and I'm like, bruh. So one time they was about to take a picture and I knew they was gonna post it on Facebook. I said, let me take the picture. I was like, I ain't finna get up in this. It had a bunch of people, all dealers in it. The Mexican homies, everybody. And I was like, I'll take the picture. I ain't gotta be in it. So boom, take the picture. Man, guess what? You know what picture was on that Fed case? That one. Cause it put them all together at one time. And I'm glad my black ass was not in there. And then, so after that, it was more because my friend, he went Fed. All right, so then he got out, and dude still in there. He got out. Nobody, my friend didn't tell. Dude told everything. So they didn't need my friend because my friend was just his little runner, which it wasn't a bad, like when I say he's a little runner, that wasn't a bad idea. Like I was like, damn, I would have did that for that if I, do 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Like shit. But no, I wouldn't want to do that. Then my friend get out. He get caught up in some stuff, some real dangerous stuff happened, and me and my friend are friends, our roommates. Some stuff happened. I just bought a new car. It was a used car. I bought a used car for dirt cheap because the car lot was selling it because it was a trade-in. I was like, should I buy it? Bought it. My friend had to go on a run, so I just got this car. It still got the paper tag on it, so I'm like, so it can't be traced. I'm like, here, take this. Go. He went out till he had to turn himself in. He was getting his lawyer stuff together. He had to turn himself in, so he left. It was this one dude. This dude a snitch, and I was just talking about him to somebody else too. Like, yeah, I don't rock with him because he be lightweight telling. But anyway, he kept coming by, and every time he come by, the police would come by. And I was telling my friend, I said, I knew something was up with him. And it really started because, it's another story, I ain't gonna go into that. But then, right after dude left my house, the police showed up to my house. And then they like, where's so-and-so, where's so-and-so? I'm like, I don't know. So they like, they take me to the back. They're like, come on. They take me to the back room. And, well, not the back room, the first room down the hallway. And that was my friend's room. And man, he got his mom's pictures and stuff up there, whatever. Like if they would have just rolled the picture deck, they would have seen a picture of him. But it was just on his mom for whatever, because it's like one of picture frames that if you roll, it had like 3 or 4 pictures on it. So it was his mom. And if you would have rolled it, you would have seen him, And then, but I was like, man, I don't know him. He don't live here. I just moved in here, and they was like, man, you're not telling us the truth. I said, I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all don't see nothing. Y'all don't see, there's no sign of another person living here but me and my girl, and my cousin was there at the time. And we was just sitting around having drinks and watching TV. And I said, man, I'm a family man. I got a job. So they was like, this is where she talk about having a paper trail. Like we had a bunch of nice stuff. I'm talking about nice shit everywhere. I had it was like six cars in my backyard. Like you can drive through my carport and drive to the backyard and park the cars on the side, like where you couldn't see that there was cars over there. And they go back there, they like, oh, it's this car, this car, this car. And they're like, how can you afford all these cars? You part of this. I'm like, I got a job. My girl got a job. I got a job. And so I show them my pay stubs. And this is when I was driving trucks. And this is, man, selling ice. It was the middle of the summer. I was delivering ice for Ready Ice. I was making about $1,500 to $2,000 a week, bro. They was like, oh, okay, well, so they thinking I'm just rolling in money because I'm making all this money after taxes, mind you. After taxes, it was like $1,500, $2,000 a week. So they like, oh, okay, well. Then they still took me to jail for a warrant, but I stayed there for like 4 days. No bond, no, didn't see no judge, nothing. Left me there for 4 days. One detective came to talk to me to ask me any more if I wanted to talk about anything. I said, I don't know him. I don't know who he talking about. They just locked me up. They said I had a warrant. I don't think I have a warrant. I haven't been arraigned, nothing. I just been in here in this cell. So then, like, 2 days later, they let me out. I was like, bruh, yo, I almost lost my job. That good ass job delivering ice, I almost lost it. But luckily, my girl called them and told them, like, man, and then when you look me up on the jail site, that motherfucker said no bond. Like, what? It's like, what did he do? I was like, I didn't do nothing. They said I had a warrant. So, but I didn't have a warrant. They just wanted me to snitch. But yeah, don't snitch, man. Because whatever, she didn't snitch, she still got time. You snitch, all of them still got time. Like, so don't snitch. Just don't snitch. Just shut up. If you know you was doing something dirty or you was with it, just take your licks and keep on ticking.
start working in its 1 week.